Hello, good morning. There's a lovely day ahead. Had a tear in my eye, but I wiped it away. I'm smiling instead. Ooh, yeah. I'm missing my mama. She's gone and it's bringing me down. But whenever I'm sad, I remember her smile. It turns me around. And it comes and it's gone again. So I leave it to Jah. There's nothing that I can do. And it makes me feel strong again. Like I'm starting afresh. Everything's brand new. And I am so in love with life that I go to my bed real early just so the night goes by real fast. In the morning comes the sunlight really makes me come alive. I feel so free.
What up, fam? What up, fam? What up, fam?
My wings
Gotta bless up everybody from near and far.
Hello, good evening. I can see that you're walking alone. Can tell that you're tired, you've had a long day. Can I walk with you home? Ooh, yeah. The pressures are mounting. You're afraid and weak in the knees. Believe me, I've been there before. Just have faith, Jah knows that.
Hey, Julie, how's it going?
Comes and it's gone again. So just leave it to Jah. There's nothing that you can do. It'll make you feel strong again. Like you're starting afresh. Everything's brand new. And I am so in love with life that I go to my bed real early just so the night goes by real fast. In the morning comes the sunlight really makes me come alive. I feel so free. I spread my wings and fly just like a bird.
The song's called Just Like a Bird, ladies and gentlemen.
Just like a bird.
G. Cole and the Raps and Kush Band come see courtesy of the album Ocho Rios. Yes, man.
Just like a bird.
Got a nice show for you today. Keeping it rootsy, keeping it vibesy, keeping it with the culture, you know what I mean? Special guest. We're gonna talk all kind of things. Buds, brushes, cannabis, the whole nine, you know what I mean? Get our herbs on.
The feeling comes and it's gone again. So just leave it to Jah. There's nothing that you can do. It'll make you feel strong again. Like you're starting afresh. Everything's brand new. And I am so in love with life that I go to my bed real early just so the night goes by real fast.
What up, Mish?
Morning comes the sun.
Hey, Rosie.
Really makes me come alive. I feel so free. I spread my wings and fly just like a bird. Just like a bird. Just like a bird.
Yeah, man, got a lot of everybody listening in from near and far. Thank y'all for all the messages, all the calls. I appreciate it. Keeping it raps, keeping it kush. You know what I mean? In line and in order with today's show, we got a vibe for you, man. Some more Raps and Kush joints here. This one is J. Will on the Raps and Kush Band. Jah is real. Big tune, you know. Big things. Tell your friends to tell their friends to join us. This is where it's at. Again, we got a nice vibe for you today. Take a minute and share the link. Let's keep the place warm, you know what I mean? All the massive in Jamaica.
My Jah is real, and I can feel him in this air I breathe. He's always near. Oh, Jah, he everywhere. My Jah is real, and I can feel him in this air I breathe. He's always near. Oh, Jah, ye everywhere.
What's up, Kiki?
From the righteous path, I really try not to drift. Try not to be misled by illusions and myths from the Babylon. Dirty system we have to drift. Try to captivate my mind with tricks and gimmicks. Them try to say Jah dead and we know nothing of us. So them heaven in the sky and we know. Them a tell pure lie. Yes, that's how we go. The innocent are die and the same so we go. So why in this beautiful earth they fight a war? Is it Jah position that they are fighting for? Or is it that them want we be a buckle on the shelf? Raps and Kusha play the song, you know, and nothing else. My Jah is free, and I can feel him in this air I breathe. He's always here. Oh, Jah, you're everywhere. My Jah is free.
Hey, Roberta, what's poppin'? So good to see you.
He's always there.
Fish.
Oh, Jah, you're everywhere. It's like the laws of nature, not the laws of man.
Hey, Julie, sending love out there to your grandchild. Hope they feel better real soon.
Fundamental reign of Jah. Yes, it is perpetual. There is no place for the just in your society. Your empire
Kiki.
built on the blood of slavery. Got them trust who them that is another story. Try to mix up the words with them funny money. True world to me that really means good health. Like the wax in front of the fire, so the wicked have come out. So on your knees, Babylon, I say bow down and repent and now. Oh Jah, He's omnipotent. My Jah is free.
What up, Suzette?
I can feel Him in this air.
Hey, Teresa, repping New York.
Oh Jah, you're everywhere.
Y'all like my ear trombone? Clementine, so good to see you.
I live by the laws of nature, not the laws of man.
Hey, Julie.
In this world, I try not to be judgmental, unconditional. Love it is fundamental, the reign of Jah. Yes, it is perfect.
Hey, Darlene.
It's no place.
Texas representing
Your society.
the big state.
Empires were built on the blood of slavery. Got them trust who them that is another
Bye.
story. Try to mix up the words with them funny money. True word to me that really means good health.
Beverly.
Like what's in front the fire, so the wicked have come out. So on your knees, Babylon, I say bow down and repent and now. And now Jah is omnipotent.
Julianne. Appreciate it, Suzette. Trust me.
My Jah,
Y'all ready to rock, though?
my Jah is free. And I can feel Him in this air I breathe. He's always there. Oh, Jah, you're everywhere. My Jah is free. And I can feel Him in this air I breathe. He's always there. He's always there. Always there. Always there. Never fail.
This is when you want to sing J Code. Legal business, man. Bang, bang, boom.
I mean say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cola, what you say, eh? But make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cola, you know. Check it. Ease out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, nor wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the number one selector and radio host. It's all about G Code. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kalia. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome on and all. It is the midday link up. It's Homegrown with G Cole. It's right here on Jamaicans.com. Gotta big up everybody listening in and watching from near and far. Those people hitting us up on homegrownwithgcole.com, listening in on the Homegrown with G Cole Facebook page. All those people listening on Jamaicans.com, man. It's a pleasure. If you haven't yet subscribed to any of these pages, make sure you do so, all right? It's facebook.com/mygcole or facebook.com/One Love Jamaica, all right? It's all about the love. Just keep showing love. We got nothing but love and a vibe to share, all right? It is Friday, man. Friday. You know, the thing about Friday is that I've been waiting for Friday since Monday. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not the only one. It's a vibe. Want to big up everybody watching in on YouTube. Appreciate y'all too. All right. Appreciate you big time. As always, we want to big up those people on the front lines. We call them our essential people doing what they do. The nurses, the doctors. All right. All my healthcare professionals. We don't take this thing for joke. You know what I mean? Serious times. We're having a good time, having a vibe, but serious times and it's still a one. Want to big up last night's guest. All right. Ginger, big bad artist. Make sure you go ahead and support the artist. All right. New music out and a new album coming soon. All right. Again, big up also the first responders, the paramedics. Got to big up the firefighters, the good law enforcement professionals. The views expressed by G Cole does not represent those of Jamaicans.com. When I go rogue, not even represent those of Homegrown with G Cole. I'm say, for the police, them and the law enforcement people, them want to do the thing wrong in here. From here to Jamaica, all over. All right. Well, I left my light on, but enough fire blaze. Bonfire for all the people not showing love or respect to my ladies out there. All right. Make sure so to take care and protect our women, our children, protect all the man them too. Our community. Violence is something we don't need. We can't handle it. We can't deal with it. You know what I mean? Trust me. Some people running rampant out in these streets, harassing, hurting the wrong people. I know found a friend them. Anyways, I'm sorry. I retract that statement. Suzette, Wagwan. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. Beverly, what you said? 21st birthday to your daughter, Mariah. Tomorrow, happy birthday, Mariah. And bye from the warm heat heart of Africa. Big up everybody listening in from continental Africa. Here's the deal. We're so grateful for the gift of technology, making the world so much closer, so much smaller, so we can have a vibe and hang out together each day. Appreciate y'all. I don't take it for granted, all right? If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, Homegrown with G Cole, remember, it's available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. Well, yeah, we're there. And, of course, when you get off of here, hop on over to YouTube, pull up Homegrown with G Cole, and subscribe to the thing. You know what I mean? So here's the dealie. It's Friday. Gonna have a nice little conversation right now with a dear friend of mine. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? We'll get into it. We'll get into the whole nine once we bring her forward. But we're gonna talk all kinds of stuff, man. We'll talk about Mother Nature. We're gonna talk about the herbs. We're gonna talk about buds. We're gonna talk about brushes. We're gonna talk about cannabis. We're gonna talk about all that. You know what I mean? All that. Just a cool heart and a dope mind and a dope spirit. We're gonna talk about all that. So for the people right about not home, that ain't going to work tomorrow. And you don't know, say, light up your thing, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say nobody. Light up after that. That's today. Light up your thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them I told you nothing, because I told her a thing. Could be a candle, could be whatever, right? Could be like the stove. Nobody blame it on me, but you don't know. Light up your thing. You see? So again, I want to big up all the musicians out there, all the artists, everybody putting in good work. New tunes out on a regular. So make sure to support the thing, all right? Support the artists, man. Support the artists. We're going to slide into this little vibe right here. So we're going to bring forth my homegirl, Mel, and she's going to enlighten us on some stuff. All right. Some dope activities coming up. The world needs to hear about it, man. Trust me. Let's boogie, though. This one is I'll Be Around. It's Winston Francis. It's the OG.
There's nowhere to go. to bow out gracefully.
Let's do this.
Though you hold the key, but baby, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around.
Let's do it. Let me tell you what you said. Your auntie watching?
Now I found out today.
Big up auntie, you know.
That all the words had slipped away. But I know there's always a
Beverly, you want to dance?
chance.
You want to dance? You want to groove? I got you. I mean, don't let my two-step is on point, all right? Don't
Sparks turn
fool you.
into
My two-step is on point, all right? Trust me, we can't touch it to a all right? Be an old dance. Anything new, I ain't with it.
Whenever you
Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Whenever you want me, I'll be
Melly Mel. Well, go on.
I'm good. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
You're so HD, it's hilarious. Trust me, you're so HD. First of all, I'm gonna start by saying this. Your background right about now have me so envious and bad mind and all them things there. Everything with the artists and burn out, I'm feeling right now because you just look like you in a tropical oasis. Damn.
Yep, exactly. I am in Jamaica in my little tropical oasis. Yeah.
Man. Is that a banana tree I'm seeing in the background?
Yeah, actually it's a little palm. Yes, it is. This one is a banana and then I have another palm. There's some apple back there. There's some
John.
back.
All right. Stop. 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 First of all, welcome to the Midday Link Up. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Way overdue. Not true. We're supposed to have done this a long time.
But nothing happens before it's time, right?
So true. So I'm gonna let you just go into talking to me a little bit about buds and brushes. I'm gonna get into the details. We go into the backstory a little bit later because I'm gonna tell you, I'm envious. I like using the word envious because bad mind is not a cool thing to say, but envious is my word. But talk to me a little bit about buds and brushes.
There's so much to say about Buds and Brushes JA. So Buds and Brushes JA is a puff and paint like no other. It's an event like no other. It is a 100% live event. You know, there's a lot of events that are going on online in this virtual space now that are pre-recorded. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just want everyone to know that when you attend Buds and Brushes JA, you are attending a fully 100% live event. But it's a puff and paint like no other, where we infuse music, art, and the good ganja in order to also give back to our fellow Jamaicans in need. We've been around for about a year and a few months. We started in 2019 in a physical space. And when COVID hit, clearly we couldn't go back to a physical space. So decided to, you know what, take this onto the virtual platform, and been virtual for a year. Actually, 420 will make 1 year since I've been on this virtual space. So
wow.
1 year anniversary.
Wow. I'm digging that. Now, you know, it's amazing you mentioned the good ganja, you know, because times have changed. You know, yes. We've always had our lovers of the herbs, our people who participate in the, you know what I'm saying, in the sacrament, and those people who participated in the sacrament on the quiet, you know what I mean. A lot of the people who used to say in John public, "Oh yeah, deal with ganja," when they go home, lighting up. So right now things have changed. And we've gotten to that point where, you know, everybody can appreciate, you know, whether or not you participate, you can appreciate. Right now, what's going on right now in Jamaica when we talk about this herbs thing is a lot of people are talking about, you know, the little man used to plant him thing and go on with him thing from back in the day, get oppressed, all kind of rah. No, things have changed a little bit. And then, of course, it's going to be commercialized and the little man now get to do what he's supposed to do. Talk to me a little bit about that from your vantage point. How do you view that being in your space and where you are?
Yeah, and it's, and the stigma is still there, to be honest. So even though, the world is changing and people are now learning more about plant medicine and the benefits of using cannabis in society, there's still that stigma. It's still that stigma, and I'm trying to break that stigma also from everybody. Like, I'm a canna mom. I use cannabis on my daily regimen. You
Right.
understand? It helps me to cope throughout the day. It helps me to cope with my little one. It helps me to be creative. But it is true though. It for the little guys out here. You know what I mean? It's very sad. All of these big corporations that do come here. But you know what? Some of these big corporations that are coming here and opening our dispensaries, they are also providing jobs for people too.
Right.
So but it's still just, it's just not a fair industry. I've been in the industry now for 7 years. I'm Jamaica's leading cannabis edibles brand, but even within that space, I still operate in somewhat of a underground world,
Mhm.
because edibles is still not fully, it's not fully legal. It's not legal.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I I proud myself in always saying, I always say, the government is either going to make a good example out of me or a bad example out of me. And I feel like for the past 7 years, I've been able to allow myself and them to make good examples out of me. I educate people on the benefits of cannabis. I only sell to 21 and older. I am the only person that sells my products, just so I can make sure that it is also getting into the hands of the right people.
Right.
So it's a very interesting world, but things are changing. So I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to the edibles industry here. I'm looking forward to, legalization versus decriminalization. I'm happy with decriminalization though, because
Mhm.
now we're allowed to have our 5 plants. Now we're allowed to carry our 2 ounces. I mean, I don't think the officer know what 2 ounces really look like, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But it's definitely not a fair playing field, if you don't have the means to. But I still encourage people to still get into the industry and just do what they can until they allow us to, yeah, be free.
It's funny. I really appreciate that distinction there between legalization and decriminalization, because a lot of people don't realize that that's where it's at. It's not that's legal. It's decriminalized. Um, there are two people in this world, only two, that I've ever envied for certain things. Just a peace of mind, a spirit, an aura that's just, yo, I'm chilling. And I'm talking about straight up, even before the herbs, you know what I mean? Just wake up chilling, right? And here's the thing about the two people. One of them you might have met back in the day, that was Che Garkin from Raps and Kush. The other
Yeah.
one is you. Now, here's what the difference is. Garkin said, listen, I'm up out of here. I'm going to Africa, man. And guess where he is right now? Africa. You said, you know what, man, I'm going home, man, to do my thing. And where are you right about now? Sitting in a tropical oasis, right? I say to people all the time that peace of mind is priceless. I got a song called Peace of Mind, right? Peace of mind is priceless. And it's not just about, going away from one thing, but it's going toward what you want to do. Talk to me a little bit about that word there, or that phrase, peace of mind, Mel.
It's funny that you say the term, and I'm getting the chills. My daughter loves Lila Ike, and
Mm-hmm.
Lila Ike song "Solitude." The beginning of the song says "peace of mind," and I swear to you, every day my daughter gets up, she goes, "Peace of mind, mommy," and peace of mind for her too. She go outside and she lay down on her little cushion, and she want me to play "Solitude." Um, but let me tell you something. You see me though, from long time, I believe in creating your own happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I surround myself with things and people that make me happy
Mm-hmm.
and that make you know what I mean? I do things that make me happy. And, being here in Jamaica, this has always been my happy space. I spent 20 years of my life in the States. I mean, mind you, I always came back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But being here in Jamaica has always been my happy space. And, I've just been so blessed with just meeting some of the most amazing people throughout this journey home. And me, I love music. So
Mm-hmm.
music definitely connects me to like So just so much great stuff, so much creatives, so much. But for me, peace of mind is you create your own peace of mind. Like there's enough things going on in the world right now, and to be honest, I'm one of those people that don't know about half of what's going on. I decide what I'm gonna let in. I don't watch the news. I don't want to hear it. I know it's out there. I rather do all I can do to help people because I know people need help.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't turn on my radio. I can't do it. I just can't because it disrupts my happiness. It makes me sad when I hear about all the crime. It makes me sad when I know they exist. I don't need to hear it. I'll just do my part in helping who I can help. But I don't need to hear it over and over again. I don't need to hear about another woman dying. I don't want to do that. I know it's happening. So let me do what I can do. And that's what Buds and Brushes creates. When I can give back to a mental health facility for men, that we have this stigma here in Jamaica. And I know that there's a home that can help people. Hey, I'm going to do my part. When I can give back to a charity that provides cell phones for at-risk women when our women are dying, that's the things I focus on. Wow. I know these things are happening, but I can't listen to them, Greg. I can't do it. It hurt my heart too much. I can't manage. I cannot. I take on everybody else's sadness and hurt and pain, and I channel it differently. I can't.
I'll tell you what.
Me feeling hurt, you know what I mean? Like
I feel you. And you know what though? That's the approach that I think, because I have this conversation with people a lot of times that sometimes, and maybe it's just a human thing, sometimes the hurt of the world, we take it on. It's one thing to see the hurt, to see if we can help with the hurt and whatever the case may be, but whether we intend to or not, we can take on that hurt. And then that in turn, disables us from helping and doing what we're supposed to do. It sucks at our strength. So I wish a lot of people could look at it from that vantage point. Are we going to drop some info for them about Buds and Brushes? Again, I still focus on this peace of mind joint because here's the deal. About 20 years ago, when I met you, we're in college, right?
Yeah.
That's where I met you in college. And
working at the same place after that. And then it just,
it's been a hot minute.
Yo.
But if I'd said to you back then that 2021, you'd be putting on Buds and Brushes, chilling at Jamaica, just having a good time, what would you have said to me?
You know what, though? I would have said that maybe it would have been sooner. I've always been into music and entertainment and stuff. So throwing parties. Remember, I used to have the jam on the beach and stuff like that.
Yep.
So things that I've always loved. My dad used to own a club in Mandeville called Travelers Lounge. The best of the best performed there. Toots performed there. Byron Lee performed there. You name it. So it's always been a part of me. And when I left Jamaica at age 16, I didn't plan to be in America for 20 years. You know what I mean? I planned on coming there, getting my degree, and coming back and working in tourism and also in the music business, in creating different spaces and different experiences musically for people. So wow. I would have said, I didn't know though that I would be into ganja.
Right.
Because growing up, that was not something that, you understand? I only didn't know what it looked like because mommy used to have one bottle of rum with ganja in there. And funny enough, when I used to sick and she used to rub down my face, I used to enjoy it. So clearly, she started. She started. She don't even know. And see, this is where the whole stigma thing comes in, because even though, I am making such a positive impact in the industry when it comes to cannabis, in my family, as much as they love me, it's still not, they're not 100% there. You know what I mean? Like, they're proud of what I'm doing, but I think they would rather me not. One of them things, it's like, damn, man, you have a degree in hotel management. Why aren't you running a hotel? Yeah, nah.
I'm gonna bring some ganja, go to hotel. How about that?
There you go.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, Buds and Brushes, and I'm gonna drop these images on the screen so the masses can see them. But again, you've got a situation going on that, first of all, me love what going on because you're up now. Just horns. There's everything we may hear right about your background. At the background, number one. My background too quiet. My background is too quiet.
Chaos Artistry, fly her up. She will do a whole mural. She'll do a whole thing for you.
I love it. I love it. I'm digging it. Buds and brushes. Right?
J.A.
JA. And you know what? I'll drop the email and stuff on the screen in a second because the people need to know. But I'm gonna drop some flyers. I've never been on the opposite end, so I don't even know how it looks to you. But as you see them, you can talk about them. Let's roll.
Okay. All right, so Buds and Brushes JA. So as I said earlier, we are an event that continuously supports and donate part proceeds to charities across Jamaica. So when you purchase tickets for Buds and Brushes, $15 of every single ticket sale goes to charity. What type of charities? Ebenezer Home for men with mental illness. E for Life is for women and children with HIV. SOS Children's Village is up in Stony Hill. You know, a lot of these homes that are far out of reach, they tend to get not left out, but you know what I mean. Their Child Foundation, Girls First JA is for, as I said, women, high risk women. Great Start Academy, Kumar from Raging Fire, his mom was creating an outdoor space since COVID for kids to go back to school. So we were able to donate to them. The Alligator Head Foundation in Portland also had an outreach program. So we donated some tablets to them. So when you purchase a ticket for Buds and Brushes JA, you are doing your part in giving back. People always try to, they always say, they wish they could do more. Well, this is a platform for you to be able to do more. And not only that you're giving back, but you're actually get this, the event is 14 hours long.
Wow. Dope. 14 hours though.
This is how I tell people, because a lot of people have issues when it comes to Zoom land or the virtual land, or they say, no, me not gonna sit down on a computer for the day. Me not like the online thing. But it's how you do the online thing. Ain't nobody telling you to sit in front of that computer for 14 hours. But there are people that come to Buds and Brushes JA that actually log in at 1:45. The event starts at 2.
Wow.
And they're there whole day them. But the thing is it's just like if you were to get up and turn on your radio.
Yeah.
If you turn on G Code for the day, is G Code running for the day for you. So that's how I look at it. Turn on the radio, cook your food, go to the beach. We had people tuning in from Bali on the beach. It was nighttime in Jamaica and daytime there. You know what I mean? If you have kids, this is a kid-friendly event. Not because it has something to do with cannabis means that it's not child-friendly. Kids like art, kids like music. You're going to be stimulated visually because we have live visual artists. But if you want to paint along, you can get your own paint supplies and unleash your creativity. People that are here in Jamaica, they also have the option to purchase an Unleash Your Creativity package. And with that package comes their own personal bud bag with all of the fixings. So stuff from our sponsors. Jacana is our cannabis sponsors. Jacana is one of the boutique dispensaries here in Jamaica. Beautiful, beautiful herb. Beautiful. Let me tell you, it's so amazing. Jesse Royal has his own strain with them now. Like, I cannot. Mary wine. They, inside of the bag come your wine, all of your paint supplies. You get treats from me. You get stuff from High Rollers. But if you're not in Jamaica though, you can still enjoy the event because it's virtual.
Right.
We have that have tuned in from Gambia, from South Korea, from Australia, you name it, because it's virtual. You could be in your car and be listening to Buds and Brushes. You can go to the supermarket and listen to Buds and Brushes. You can lay in your bed and listen to Buds and Brushes. You can get your friends together. I see someone asking, what is the price of the package? So depending on where you are and depending on what package you book, there's different packages. There's a high five package. So if you get a bunch of your friends together, whether virtually or physically, depending on where you are in the world, you can do the high five package, which is $25. So you actually get a $10 discount on that. The whole of vibe package is $35. That's just for a single person, just coming to enjoy the vibe. And then there's the Unleash Your Creativity package at $60. But if you do a group of 5, then of course you get a discount down to $55. An advantage of booking you and your friends. And I always say, everybody know one person where them can say, yo, an event are going, come we do it now, because you don't know, say if you tell your friend them go and do it. So
Right.
anyways, but if you want, there's the advantage of booking the high five package or the best buds package is that you get put into a draw to win. So if you come to Jamaica, because it's available worldwide, you get put into a pot where you will be a recipient for you and 5 of your friends to go to Portland and go to the Living Daylights in Port Antonio or Acai Cafe also. And you also get your own personal bud bags with your art supplies, with your cannabis, all of that good stuff. You also get your very own steam chalice from Steam Team JA, which that's another thing. And I'll keep talking, let me tell you. So
Keep going.
on Buds and Brushes JA, as much as I smoke spliffs, I use a bong, I use herb in every way.
Mhm.
But on Buds and Brushes JA, we promote steaming for the healing. Steaming is the cleanest, purest way to use cannabis. You are able to also infuse your herbs with other natural herbs like rosemary and eucalyptus or mint. So it captures the essence of the cannabis and gives you you get what I'm saying? The healing that you're supposed to get. So on the event, we also educate you on steaming. We have a whole steam session. It's the most zen vibe. It starts off the event.
Sounds like it.
It's so amazing. On France leads it. It's amazing. I can go on and on, but I'm going to pause here and see if Greg has a question because there's so much more to tell you.
Well, trust me, I'm soaking it in because as much as I've spoken to you about it before, I'm hearing it in real time and I'm gathering all the information right now. So I'm one of the audience members right now listening in. Roberta mentioned here that I'm coming next month. How can I come get a package from you? So I guess you need to drop some social media or some emails or something for them.
Definitely. If you book that full package, I'll reach out to you, and what I'll do is I'll set your bud bag aside. So whenever you come to Jamaica, you'll get what everybody else got in that bud bag. If not, then go ahead and just purchase the whole vibe ticket. When you come to Jamaica, link me same way, and I'll put something else together for you. So whichever you want to do, you can either book the whole vibe package or book the full Unleash Your Creativity package. And when you come to Jamaica, your bud bag with the cannabis from Jacana will be there. All of that stuff will be there for you. So yeah. And Greg, like I can talk about Buds and Brushes, JA, over and over, but the only way to really appreciate it is to actually come because, as I said, like, guys, the event has 10 live performances.
Let's get into that because that's another thing that really caught my attention on the when I saw. Let me drop something else up here. That's a different one, but we'll talk about the artists too. You know what? Let's go to the artists. Since you don't know music and the thing, let's go there. Music, artists, the people who I saw on there. Who did I see was performing that I really, really, really wanted to?
The lineup is ridiculous, man. We have 10 live performances, 4 live DJs, 4 visual artists, and 1 master steamer. And that has been the standard every single Buds and Brushes JA for a year. As big as Julian Marley has performed, Catcore performed on the last Buds and Brushes JA, Kaylin Arnold out of Florida, because that's another thing, guys. It's worldwide, so it's worldwide music. So it's not just reggae music, it's not just hip hop, it's all different types of music from all corners of the world. On this leg of Buds and Brushes, we have none other than this one guy that's a blow up Jamaica right now named Yaksta.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Akaz.
He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. And the thing is, I'm so happy to have him on because a lot of the dancehall artists, them really not preach no positiveness, yo. And I mean, this guy, outside of his songs, when you listen to and you should bring him on your show. I will connect you with him.
He was supposed to have been on last year. We just never made it happen. But
it'll happen. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. You have to bring him on because the people need to hear him. I mean, he is intelligent. He only talks about positive stuff when it comes to women, when it comes to men, when it comes to just life, period. Like I am so impressed with him, and he is young, so he has so much more to go and so much more to stay. And
Yeah.
I feel that he will stay on that path because he came from the other path. He came from singing badness. You get what I'm saying? And
Been there, done that.
yeah, man, last year change, he made a change and it was a positive change. And yeah, so as I said, Yaksta performing. I have Hoof Knots and Christina Lease. They're performing from the US. They're amazing. Christina Lease plays a harp. She's dope as hell. Lita Farai. I think you know Lita Farai.
I know Lee. I know Lita Farai.
Actually going to be Lee's second Buds and Brushes JA. He's going to be performing. He performed last year. I think it was May or June, I think. And then I'm bringing him back because he's amazing. He's one of my best buds. We've had over 70 odd people perform on Buds and Brushes this year. Who else is on this one? I have Xavier Edwards from out of Trinidad. Wicked. He does a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of badass, just bad. Who else do I have? Guitar Gabby performing from out of Atlanta. She's a rocker chick. Who else do I have? Lee from Kepper the Band performing from out of Toronto. My DJs, the Universal Ear, Zachary Harding is going to be on this leg of Buds and Brushes again. He also came in. I think it was my birthday. I think it was December, Buds and Brushes JA. He was on that one. Also, who else is my DJ on this leg of Buds and Brushes? There's so many. I've lost count. My visual artist, Lisa Ledge. She's a Jamaican artist. Father Legend, also a Jamaican artist. Because as I said, guys, you get to see visual. You get visual. You get hear. If you're hearing, if you're here in Jamaica, you get to taste. And, you know, get some brain food.
Partake in the festivities. I love it.
For people that are not in Jamaica, what I tell them to do is, since you can't get a bud bag, create your own bud bag if you're into cannabis. So if you're into cannabis, check your local dispensary or your weed man, whoever you please. You know what I mean? Don't leave out the weed man. Please don't leave out the weed man. Link Blacker. I'm got you covered. And don't leave them out. You know, check with that. If you're into art, you know, grab some paint, you know. When you smoke the herb, it unleashes you to a different side of yourself that you didn't even know exists. And I've had people tell me that being on Buds and Brushes, you know, and either using cannabis for the first time or a cannabis user from before, but never ever put the art and the cannabis together, or the art and the music together, or the art and the taste together, you know. So yeah, I could go on and on, guys. But as I said, like the main thing I really try to promote when it comes to Buds and Brushes, apart from the fact that it is a live event, so we know here in Jamaica and different parts of the world, entertainment is at a standstill. Here in Jamaica, entertainment is at a standstill, period.
Right.
You know, so if you want good music, if you want to see some great art, if you want to give back, this is just where it's at. You know, I can't, and the only way for you to really know what going on is for come. And trust me, see, once you come, you're gonna enjoy it. But not like I have no doubt about it, or I still wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like,
I love the vibe. I love the vibe. I feel like it sounds to me like when your favorite festival comes to town, you know, you look up, you look forward to it annually, whether it be a reggae festival. I remember we used to wait for the Bob Marley Fest every year, or we used to do this or that. You know what I mean? I get that vibe.
Yeah, and you have people that actually look forward to Buds and Brushes JA every other month. There's actually a couple with their kids that are here in Jamaica this time. They've actually been to every single Buds and Brushes JA. Wow. She has her notifications on. Her kids wake up and say, "Mommy, when is the next Jamaica online event?" So they're in Jamaica for this Buds and Brushes. So she's going to be getting her own bud bag this time. You know, but you said festival. And one of the things that I want you all to know that Buds and Brushes JA used to be a in-person event, and it will be an in-person event again. And the great part about it is even when we do go back to a physical space, we will still have this virtual space for all of you that can't be with us wherever we go. Antigua is waiting for Buds and Brushes physical. California is waiting for Buds and Brushes physical. Florida. So we will be moving from space to space. Another reason why support is so important, you know, is the more we grow is the more we're able to give back. the more we grow, the more we're also able to support these musicians that have given us their time. Because the musicians that have come on this journey, the over 70, and Greg, let me tell you, I'm so grateful for every single one of them because they see the vision. They like that it's a goodwill brand that gives back, and this is their way of supporting it. Because we don't now go on for nobody when it comes to music now. The only thing that's happening is all of Uno have time for work on the music because Uno would be traveling and doing all of that stuff. It's like if you look at some of the stuff that's come out in the last year, some wicked tunes come out in the last year, because people have time to work on their craft. You know what I mean? So, so we will be in a physical space near you at some point. So just stick with us for this journey though, and then just watch us grow with us, grow with us.
But something though, as we talk about the virtual space, and a lot of times it almost comes across as almost like a handicap, like, oh man, I'm just doing this because I actually see something amazing with this virtual space because there's never going to be a time where everybody can make it there, right? If I want to go to every Buds and Brushes, I got other things to do. So I think it will work out great because the people who can't make it there, even when the world opens back up, they get the opportunity to be there all the time, just from a virtual standpoint.
Yeah.
So I think that.
That's a good thing. That's because it will stay virtual. It will. There's no way I could ever come out of this virtual space when the rest of the world needs to see these musicians also. And they can't, as I say, like when somebody can write a review and say, when Julian Marley was performing, Julian Marley was in Jamaica at the time. And this is how real this event is, This is, remember when I say live, light God, light cut off,
Wow.
So like Julian is at the museum, and all that was in front of him was the fire. And let me tell you, the reviews on that leg of Buds and Brushes, they said like they felt like they were sitting at the fireplace with Julian Marley. Do you know how awesome it is, how people feel when they can unmute their mic and say, yo, Julian, yo, Kat, yo, Kaylin, that was amazing. They can't get backstage to do that. Right. They can't do that. You know what I mean?
Is so true. That is so
like
true.
They reached in and shook their hand and gave them a hug, and for even the artists appreciate that too. Because when was the last time you've really gotten to speak to your hundreds of people, thousands of people that watch you? Never.
Yep. That's awesome. And funny, speaking of the virtual space, speaking of Buds and Brushes, speaking of the climate right now, right? You are a Zen kind of vibe kind of chick, and that's your aura and that's your energy. I always wonder, with the COVID situation going on right about now, you're looking out the window, it's just craziness, you know what I mean? It's abysmal everywhere. Like you said, you turn on the TV, you turn on the radio, ain't nothing inspiration coming across that. You know what I'm saying? How does COVID-19, the pandemic, affect not Buns and Brushes? We know how it affects it in terms of you got to be doing it virtually more now than you'd probably prefer. But how does it affect your vibe, your energy, your zen with everything going on out there pertaining to COVID-19?
Well, as I said earlier, ain't nothing can stop this zen. To be honest, as I said, the only time this COVID crap affects me is that whenever I do come on social media and I see, the sadness of the world. Wow. That's how, but for me though, I am not that person that's sitting here saying, I can't wait till COVID is over or when COVID finish, or I live in the now. And this is what's happening right now. And I've just found my way of, like, I give thanks every day when I wake up. That's a blessing. That's enough for me to be okay with. You know what I mean? I have a roof over my head that I'm grateful for. So what I do is try to tell others to give thanks for all of what they have. Whether it's a piece of bun, whether it's a whatever it is. But yeah, how I've coped. Ganja. I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny because earlier in the year, it was quite embarrassing. It was all over the news that Jamaica was at a ganja shortage. One of the reasons for the ganja shortage is that consumption is at a high now because people are also using it more to cope. And then people have more time on them hands because they have nothing doing. You know what I mean? And not to mention, the shit still happens that they still burn farms down. You know what I mean? Still confiscating people's stuff. So, you know what I mean? So, but really and truly, Greg, I I'm just still me, and I just really don't let anything that's happening in the world stress me. You know, I use my time to help the ones that I guess are stressing through it.
I love that.
You know,
I love that.
yeah, you know, so they dump it all on me, and I just smoke it all out the window. I'm their channel, you know, so but yeah, I can't say as I said, the only thing that hurts me about all of it is just watching so much suffering. You know,
Right.
like the lockdowns are creating a not so good mental space for a lot of people, and I think that's why we're having all the crime that we're having, because people don't have that outlet anymore. um, you know, we just need to create more platforms for people to even vent.
Right.
You know, the other day, Jamila Falak, which is a musician here in Jamaica, she had an event where they had all these different help organizations that I didn't know existed, and that's a problem, I think, because I think if in little communities they knew where to call for help, they would be able to get help sometimes. You know,
Right. Right.
but yeah, I'm coping okay though. I do miss coming to Florida and seeing my family. I stayed away a whole year last year.
Wow.
So that would be, if there was something that would affect me, I guess that would be it. You know, like I'm worried about this whole vaccine crap, so I try not to listen to it at all. You know, the only way out. I'm not saying nobody should take it, to each his own. You know, like I have nothing against it. I'm not that person. I don't have nothing against nothing. You understand me? So we don't keep on the things to yourself. For me, you know, I would take the vaccine if it is mandatory for me to travel to see my family. Other than that, I'm just gonna chill out. And you know, if it comes to where I have to, then I have to. But as it stands right now, I don't think I have to, because I'm also okay with staying inside.
But here's the deal. If I'm gonna get stuck somewhere and I'm stuck where you're stuck, I'm good too. So I can understand that. You know what I mean? You know, it's funny you mentioned, you know, the travel side of things and family and all that stuff, because to me that's the only real issue. And I don't take for granted the fact that people are suffering out there, not just from the standpoint of mental health, but you know, economically. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people health wise have affected them being able to bring in income. But I do see that a lot of people have also been able to step back, fall back, regroup, spend time with the family that they didn't know existed, for lack of a better word, because you know you have your family there, but especially in the U.S., work. You know what I mean? Because they're saying Jamaica, you work to live; in America, you live for work, right? So
Yep.
you find yourself just overconsumed with work and all that stuff that your family grew up, your kids grew up before your very eyes, and you don't get an opportunity to spend some time with them. So I think
Yeah.
that was one of the few benefits of this situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
Buds and brushes, man. I'm loving it. I'm gonna drop another thing on the screen here. This is what's in the bag. You spoke about what's in the bag right about now, but at the bottom of it, they talk about the Mel's Tree Eats Edible, which is the first venture and endeavor of entrepreneurship that you know you embarked upon before getting here. So talk to me a little bit about Mel's Tree Eats, the edible.
All right. So Mel Street Eats was how old is Mel Street Eats? 7 years old. Mel Street Eats happened again because of my love for music and people. So remember how I used to have Full Moon Jam on the beach there?
Mm-hmm.
So I come home to Jamaica and I discover places like Kingston Dub Club and Dub Wise and Sankofa Sessions and all these amazing places. And I kept meeting all these amazing people. And a lot of people used to wonder, like, you know, if I was a writer or a producer or whatever, because I just used to have my camera and I used to be recording everything. And I was always by myself because remember, I don't come from Kingston. I don't really have friends here in Kingston. So it's like, who is this girl that's coming to every single event, you know, recording us and, you know, whatever. Anywho, I decided I'm going to have a jam for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have my own Jamming by Mel. And I'm going to invite all these people that I met that I think they should be a part of my life because I think that they're amazing people. And, you know, I like to surround myself with amazing people. So I slowly collected phone numbers from them. I told them, I was going to have a little jam, a private jam. Some of them thought I was kind of strange because they're like, why is this girl asking us for a number, whatever. And I had a private party at my house, and I invited all these strangers. I don't know them from Adams,
Wow.
my house and inviting them over. And when I did that event, I decided I was going to make a batch of brownies. And I made a batch of brownies. And when I was in college, when I lived there, I used to always put ganja in my food, but I never really know what I was doing. And my friend them used to always wonder why when them come over, them always like get so sleepy or whatever, because I didn't used to tell them also. So I ended up making a batch of brownies, and one of the people that were here really enjoyed it and was just like, Mel, why don't you make them and sell them? And when he said it, I was just like, you know what, maybe I will. But then I only thought about selling it to those people that I met and that I liked.
Right.
And in about 24, 48 hours, I kind of slept on it, thought about it, started doing some research myself. And then I started just learning so much more in that 48 hours. And as much as I appreciated herb, when I started learning more about the herb, I just say, you know what, Mel, cannabis just got decriminalized. You really know what you're doing when it comes to baking and cooking and all of that great stuff. Why not learn more and see how you can do this? And then I was thinking about my dad in all of this too, because my dad died of cancer. And a lot of the research that I was doing dealt with cannabis and cancer together. And I just kept thinking, and I was just like, I'm just going to do this. And I decided to do it. And I remember my little packaging was just a little cellophane with a little, my stuff used to look like little girls in dresses because of how I used to tie the little bow. And then I just started putting myself out there, even now, even knowing that the industry wasn't legal, because that part was still illegal, which it still is, and I came up with the Mel Street Eats name, because Chronic song Perfect Tree. I'm like, yo, this song, Mel's Tree Eats, the perfect tree. It marries each other. And then I just put myself in the light. I started going to the events. I started talking more about edibles. And before I knew it, I became a household name, and I've been on so many platforms. I was awarded for best cannabis edibles in Jamaica by the Ganja Girls Association 2 years in a row.
Bang.
I always think it's so interesting because I'm like, I have an award for something that's illegal, but thank you. I'm so grateful. But
Did they drop off the award in the middle of the night when nobody now see, or you were actually?
Not a big award in a newspaper, everything. Don't play with me. Yeah, man, nice award, nice plaque and everything, there's other trusted sources out there like the Canna Cookie Monster and the Local Crop. They're also awardees. And, the three of us here in Jamaica are really who doing this business for the love of it, not for the money, and to educate people so we can get this right. My goal is, and it's gonna happen, and I'm just waiting on that door because the door is almost open. It's kind of, is I plan to make edibles for the dispensaries because CBD edibles is legal. So I feel like every single dispensary that's here in Jamaica, unless they have their own in-house chef, I feel like I would be the perfect candidate for them because I am the trusted source. I have people that call me that go to doctors that are doing this and say, hey, Mel, we know the doctor do this, but we trust your thing. I don't know that. You understand? So I feel kind of nice still. And I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm still learning. Like, I don't know it all. You see, I remember somebody calling me to tell me that their mother have Alzheimer's. And I was just like, oh my God, like really? I didn't know cannabis and Alzheimer's go together, because when we were younger, they used to tell us that when you smoke weed, it mess up your brain and it kill your brain cells. So how is it that, but Mel Street Eats was born again through the love of people and music. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the ganja. You get me? So,
can't leave the herbs. Can't leave the herbs.
It's been great.
I dig it. And Roberta says here that they wanna make. She wants to make you a custom shirt for your business and all. So, drop that before. What time is it? We're almost out of time. But you gotta drop for me. Hey Hope, you gotta drop for me your social media info.
Okay,
one more
will do.
time, and your email and whatever. If there's the phone number, whatever you want them to have, drop
Yeah,
it for
if
them.
you can look me up at Mel's_tree_eats, or at Buds and Brushes JA. Don't forget to leave off. Don't forget to put the JA, guys. Buds and Brushes, Puff and Paint, Cannabis and Canvases. Those words exist. Because people have been doing, puff and paints for a long time, but this is not a puff and paint. This is Buds and Brushes JA, completely different from what anybody else out there is doing. Buds and Brushes JA at gmail.com, Mel's Tree Eats at gmail.com, or you can always call me at 876-598-6715. Serious inquiries only, because I do get some creepy crawlies every now and again. Like, but I really hope to get you guys' support, though. As I said, like, you don't have to be into ganja. If you're into music, if you're into giving back, if you're into art, if you're looking for a way to spend your day and night, next week Saturday, it starts at 2 p.m. Jamaica time. It goes straight till 4:20 in the morning. The bulk of the entertainment, I normally tell people, try to catch that 2 o'clock, go through to the early night. Understand? Because that's where all the live is. From 9:30 on till 4:30, 4:20 in the morning. That's when our DJ Biko, the Universal Air, plays till the end. But we have, it's live music DJ, live art. It's a journey, because it's different genres of music. It's different kinds of art. Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. And I'll say this. Congrats, right?
Thank you.
Not just congrats, but keep doing what you're doing, because sometimes we don't know that we inspire. You know what I mean? We're doing our thing, and the world moves so fast. Well, in your case, no, because you don't know, you're mellow. But
I'm too high.
well, the world is moving. We get so caught up in us that we don't realize how much we inspire. And I've spoken to so many people who mention Mel, and I'm like, for real? Like you know Mel, but yeah. And they're so inspired. So keep doing what you do. Now, again, we met in college some 20 years ago, getting an education to go out in this world and do whatever we're supposed to do for whomever we're supposed to do it. You're doing your own thing. For those people who want to be entrepreneurs, want to go out on their own, and the reason I want to ask somebody like yourself is because many people use the term entrepreneur for say, how do I sit on my mama's couch and not do jack, right? How do I be a professional student? Talk to the masses real quickly about being an entrepreneur, and of course, how to make that first step.
Yeah, so this is what I say. This is what worked for me, and it might not work for everybody. I am that person. I do, some might say it's my downfall, some might say it's not. It's good to plan, but I'm the kind of person that I just go for it. Anything I believe in, I just go for it. Do what makes you happy. When you do what makes you happy, you will put your all into it. You can't be working for the man and you don't enjoy working for the man. You understand me? So if you don't like working for the man, work for yourself and do what you like to do. Don't ever go in it just for the money. You won't make it if you just go in it just for the money. You have to love what you do, and just try, and just keep pushing, and just don't give up. I don't believe in giving up. I don't believe in failure. Don't ever look at someone else's success, because you don't know how hard they work to get to where they are right now. You know what I mean? So just trod your journey and just do it, though. That's the thing. You have to start somewhere. When I came home to Jamaica, I didn't have a plan. I came down to Jamaica to look into the hospitality world. And while I was here, I was just like, what am I doing in the States? And I just decided on that day, I'm coming home. I went back, I packed my stuff, I moved back to Jamaica. I didn't plan it out. But that's the thing, though. I don't plan. So that's what worked. I don't plan. My life is not the only thing that was planned is my little girl. Like that's the only thing that was planned. Mind me and her dad never work out, but that's another story for me.
That's for episode 2.
It's okay, though, because she is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm glad that I planned her. You know what I mean? So everything else I didn't have to plan, but her I needed to plan, because that was very important. You know what I mean? Not that my career isn't important, but I'm doing everything that I set my heart out to do. You know what I mean? Whether or not I stumbled upon some of these things, when I stumbled upon it, I loved it and I did it. And I kept going. Keep your circles small. Don't you don't have to tell everybody your dreams, because sometimes people might steal your dreams. You know what I mean? And it's not really steal, they steal it, but sometimes they have the same idea and then they heard you and then it just amplified what they had. But you know what I mean? But I just say go for it, Greg. Like, I just said go for it and do what makes you happy, because if you do what makes you happy, I guarantee it will work. It will work. You understand? And success for everybody is different. You understand? If you look at me, I'm rich. You can't tell me I'm not rich. You know why? I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. I want more things, but I have everything I need. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my kitchen. I have health. I have life. So that is success for me. I don't need to have a lot of money in the bank. I want a lot of money in the bank because there's a lot of good weed out there that I need to buy. You know, and there's other things I need. But of course, I want some money in the bank too. You know what I mean? But guess what? I have money in the bank. Can't go buy some food if I'm hungry. So guess what, Marie? You understand me? You know, I'm grateful for everybody that I've met, everybody that has encouraged me. You know what I mean? And when you say things like, Mel, you inspire so many, it keeps me going, because sometimes I don't, you know, sometimes the weight does feel heavy because I do a lot. In almost everything I do, I'm a one-woman show. You know what I mean? Little by little, I'm growing a team, and I want a very small, intimate team that can work together. You know what I mean? If we can't work together, we can't be together, you know? And I think that we all need to just keep doing that and keep pushing and supporting each other, and have people in your corner that support you too. Not the people that not looking for you to grow, star, because then will hold you down. So that's another advice I can give. Shed the baggage, shed it. If it means that you need to be by yourself, then be by yourself. It's okay. It's not that serious. You understand me? It's not that serious. Create your own happiness and your life will be amazing. I promise you.
I love that. I love that. And those are words of inspiration. That's straight up gospel as far as I'm concerned. You might as well have taken it from the Bible. So here's the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't listen to nothing, hold on to those, as well as hold on to the fact that you need to go support Buds and Brushes. All right?
Yes.
And check out the team. All right? Mel, thank you so very much. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Whenever this is all done and you come back in a Fort Lauderdale, all right? You got to roll through. All right? Yes. Roll through the studio so we can do one of them longer joints, and you know what I mean? Get into everything.
Yes, I would love that. We have lots more to talk about.
so much. But thank you so much for dropping in with us, and we'll catch up some more later.
Yeah, man, for sure. Thank you so much, everybody. Buds and Brushes JA. Follow me. Mwah.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mel, and we have dropped that show now. Marijuana, Pandewa, Pandekana. Later, Mel.
Burning marijuana upon the corner. You keep it calm. You make me scream.
I gotta roll, y'all. I thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. Thank y'all so much, man. Princess Mara Wagwan, Julianne, what up? Everybody, thank you so very much. Hanging out with myself and Mel today. It's my homegirl, man. Such an inspiration, you know?
Been for a very long time.
Again, thank y'all so much. Roberta, the pleasure is all mine.
Since the very first time I
pick up everybody from near and far, everybody in YouTube land, everybody on Jamaicans.com. Remember, you know, go to YouTube and subscribe to Homegrown with G. Cole. We got all the stuff for you, all right? If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, go subscribe to that too. It's everywhere, all right? Thank you again. I appreciate y'all.
I know you're loving this feeling. Whoa. And I'm really loving it too. Hey. The Almighty sent me this blessing. Whoa. It's really helping me live. Say, who am I?
Yeah, a little clip off Cat Core performing at Buds and Brushes.
No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy get no love from me. Hanging on the pesticide, best friends right. Trying to holler at me. No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy get no love from me. Hanging on the pesticide, best friends right. Try, yeah, to holler at me.
I'm sorry. I had to put that in there, all right? I had to put that in there. Listen, I got to go. I thank y'all so much for rocking out, man. I love keep the crazy memes coming. People out there right now, it's crazy times. It's dire times. People are struggling, but we also find time to do some funny stuff, all right? So keep the funny memes coming. Keep the funny videos coming. We'll share them here on the program, all right? Again, thank you all so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Big up again all the winners, too. We got all them people that won joints. Chesedek, from the Chesedek vinyl, Hello Africa, the album. All the winners of that one, congratulations. And I'm gonna see if I can get one more, because I know some other people say, yo, I'm gonna want that Chesedek, yo. Listen, man, we did what we could, all right? We did what we could. So I'm gonna see if I can get another CD. I'm gonna see if I can get another one of the vinyl, and I'm gonna see if I can hook somebody else up, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is all about the vibe. It's all about the energy, and I got to roll. I got to get up out of here.
I just saw. If I saw no song.
Peace out, y'all. I gotta
The one where you be kulu na go give it out. Got it up, but you still have to go dig it out. Mama go and ban your belly and live it out. People in a camel, them a piece it out, stand still. Ooh.
Hey, Gene. Thank y'all for rocking out, man. I appreciate you big time, all right? Much love. I'll see you next time.
The whole place in a standstill. Ooh.